But there's something else, another thing that ought to be part of the wedding day. Remember what balance when it comes to courtship and weddings means? Never allowing courtships and weddings to overshadow our worship of Jehovah. So ones who are planning a wedding rightly give thought to spiritual things, the spiritual flavour of the day. Gordon, who's been married for 60 years, said, "My wedding day was one of the most meaningful and joyful days of my life." Well, it's the physical things, perhaps, that make the day joyful, the rings, the venue, the clothes, the eating and drinking, the reception. But it's the spiritual things that add meaning to a wedding day. How can couples increase the feeling of the spiritual occasion of the wedding day? Maybe just some simple things, following along in their copy of the Bible as the celebrant reads from God's Word. Others have aimed for modesty and simplicity in their wedding. And we'd like to get some ideas from one couple who have been able to do that. This is Ross and Mandy Machin. They were serving as single people at the Australasia Bethel in Sydney when they discovered the flame of Jah. In May, they got married and have been invited to continue serving at Bethel as a married couple. Ross and Mandy, could we just ask you, why did you choose to have a modest wedding?
Well, when we discussed what we wanted for our wedding, we decided we didn't want it to be all about us. It was just a good opportunity to say thank you to our friends and family.
Nice.
And I thought it was good for us to focus on that this was just the beginning of the rest of our lives together in full-time service.
That's nice. So what did you do to keep it a simple day?
We didn't want our wedding plans to consume all of our time, so we limited the time we spent in planning and set a budget.
And we were fortunate with the support of our family, so we were able to focus on what was really needed on the day and what was most important to us.
They're practical suggestions. How did you keep it a spiritual event, your wedding day?
Well, we were able to ask some of our spiritually mature friends to help out on the day. For instance, the photographers, they were both elders, and their spiritual maturity added to the spiritual theme of the day.
Nice.
A lot of prayers were said during the day. My dad said a prayer with me before I walked down the aisle, and that really helped with my nerves. But we also opened the ceremony with a prayer, and that really helped to impress on me the spiritual nature of the occasion as well.
That's a nice idea. So looking back on your wedding day, what blessings did you enjoy because it was a modest, simple, but spiritual occasion?
Well, firstly, there was less things to go wrong on the day, and that was a bonus for me.
Yes.
Secondly, there was less things for us to do afterward. So it didn't mean we have to write a long list, give that to our friends to handle while we were away.
Nice. Mandy?
We have no debt, no regrets, just really good memories of a beautiful day.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your observations. Well, if we've got ones in our audience who are planning their wedding day, did you get some ideas from Ross and Mandy? I picked out 3 things to keep it a modest, simple, spiritual occasion. Set a money budget, yes, but also a time budget, so that time doesn't run away with you and it starts to overshadow our worship of God. Select spiritual people for key roles and plan even the prayers that might be offered during the day. And then, friends, you too, like Ross and Mandy, can enjoy a wedding that is both meaningful spiritually and joyful because it's a gift from God. Well, in review, how can we keep courtship and weddings in their place, in second place? The answer is balance. And what is balance? In this aspect of life, balance means never allowing courtships and weddings to overshadow our worship of Jehovah. Keep Jehovah in your courtship. Place primary importance on the spiritual significance of the wedding day. And the result will be a blessed life and a marriage where the flame of Jehovah will burn brightly and ensure a permanent burning bond of love.